Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Varsity Fieldhouse on the campus of Brownsburg High School in Brownsburg, Indiana. For tonight's Class 4A Indiana High School Athletic Association Hoosier Crossroads Conference basketball game between the Ben Davis Giants and the Bulldogs of Brownsburg High School. And it has been a very exciting start to the season for the Brownsburg varsity team this year under the leadership of first-year Coach Lynch. And if you had pegged a couple of games for the beginning of the season, three really tough contests for Brownsburg coming into the season to start off. They start off the season against number one Carmel. Then they go against the Pike Red Devils. And now the Ben Davis Giants at home, three programs with a fantastic history in Indiana high school basketball, fitting a lot of Division I talent. Joining me in the booth tonight, as always, is our man on the color commentator and with all the stats and facts for everybody and all of our listeners, Chris Rowley. Chris, how are you?
Good tonight, Troy. Big game again tonight here against the Ben Davis Giants. And coming into this game, I think Ben Davis in the AP poll was number 12. Of course, Brownsburg number 8. They can win this game tonight. I figure Brownsburg will move up, Troy.
That's one of the things that we want to talk about here in the pregame, too, is Chris and I were talking before we went on the air. When you look at the game against Carmel to start off the year, you know, we were there for the game. Three quarters of really good, intense basketball by the Bulldogs. They had kind of a letdown in the fourth quarter. Carmel's the number one team in the state coming in. They remain that way now. Stand on the season at 5-0 after beating Fishers last night. Fishers also beaten by the Bulldogs here. Then you look at the game against Pike, and Pike comes in ranked. I think they may have been ranked number 2 at the time in Class 4A in the state. And the Bulldogs pull off just a great effort and upset the Red Devils there. Pike number 6 now, standing at 4-1, or at 5-1, or at 4-1. And actually, they lost last night to Lawrence Central, I believe. Yeah. So that makes Pike 4-2 on the season. And Brownsburg now ranked number 8 in the state, and they welcome in tonight the number 12 ranked Ben Davis Giants, who stand at 4-1 after defeating Warren Central last night. So both these teams on a back-to-back, Chris. Last night, a big win for Brownsburg down in Avon, playing on the road in a really great environment, I think, on a Friday night for high school basketball. And Ben Davis coming off a win last night at Warren Central.
Actually, Troy, I'm sorry. Ben Davis did lose that game at Warren Central.
Oh, they lost last night.
So they're 3-2. But, huge win last night for the fellas here at Brownsburg. You know, anytime, of course, Avon and Brownsburg battle, it's something special. And that was a very tough road environment. Brownsburg with 2 wins in tough road environments against Zionsville and, of course, at Avon. Last night, K.J. Walton, their leading scorer, was not the big man. Darian Ringo and Trevor Lucas took up the scoring, and Trevor hit some big three-pointers in that third quarter. The fourth quarter was tough. Brownsburg only scored 8 points in that quarter, but they only allowed 11 to Avon. And, of course, the theme of these Brownsburg's first 6 games is that great defense. They stand 5-1, as we said. Opportunity tonight to finish this first 7-game segment 6-1 if they can get by Ben Davis here. With the win tonight, I think you would exceed all expectations for that first 7-game part of your season. And I do believe if they get a win tonight, Troy, they'll move up a couple spots in that AP poll, at least in the top 5. We do know one thing about Brownsburg game tonight, even before the tip-off, Troy. They're going to play tough, tenacious defense for 32 minutes. That terrific defense is the main reason for the 5-1 record so far, and it's going to give them a good chance to be 6-1 before the new year. So we'll see what happens. It's another big one here, Troy.
Well, one of the constant topics that we've talked about, or the theme, if you will, for the Bulldogs so far this year has been really intensity. And like we've said, I think from the beginning of the season, Chris, this team really feeds off of Coach Lynch's intensity. And Steve Lynch is 5-1 in his first year here at Brownsburg, and could not be happier with and I'll say the word again, the overall intensity that he brings to this team. A lot of structure to practice, Chris.
Yeah.
You attend the practice, do a lot of observation there with this team, and they really feed off that. The defensive efforts have been great. They create a lot of turnovers. They get points off those turnovers on the break, and I think that's really the key. We'll take just a moment to look over that top the rankings in Class 4A basketball right now coming into tonight's game. Carmel is number 1. They stand at 5-0. They're followed by Columbus North, Indianapolis Tech, who just beat Huntington Prep out of West Virginia on Thursday night in a great basketball game with 13 Division I recruits that have committed or have signed the letters of intent or given verbal commitments to Division I programs. That game up at Indianapolis Tech High School on Michigan Street. Munster's number 4, Hamilton Southeastern, an ACC conference opponent, is number 5 in the state. Pike sits at number 6. Evansville Harrison at 7. Brownsburg at 8. Jeffersonville High School from down south, number 9, and closing out the top 10 is number 10, Penn, from up in Mishawaka.
Well, you mentioned that Hamilton Southeastern squad. They are really off to a good start. They're undefeated at 5-0. Last night they defeated Zionsville. So HSC, as usual, the Hamilton Southeastern with good programs in all sports, and they are undefeated. But I know that Brownsburg has got all the coaches around here and in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference talking. You do not want to face their tough defense, which they, of course, have always played so far in the season.
Well, we're about 2 minutes from the announcement of the starting lineups and our national anthem, and real quick, we'll look over the starting lineups. First, for the Ben Davis High School Giants. I got Carmel on the brain there, Chris. I would keep staring at that top 10 ranking. Number 20, Chris Evans. Number 22, Michael Beatty. Number 24, Deshaun Tate. Number 32, Stephen Matthews. And number 40, Brennan Gillis will be the starting 5 for the Giants. And starting for the Bulldogs, number 3, Trevor Lucas. He's a 6-foot senior. Number 10, Darian Ringo. He's a 6'2" junior. Number 11, Tyler Houston. He's a 6'2" senior. Tyler Houston getting the start tonight. KJ Walton at 6'3" and a junior. Number 22 and number 42 in the middle is at 6'7", a senior, Kyle Thompson. So Houston. Let's talk about Tyler Houston starting tonight, Chris. What's that? Tyler had not been starting to start the season, and what's the story behind that, you think?
Well, he's a senior. He's a fantastic leader, and lately he's been making some big plays. He getting rebounds and doing defense, doing all the little things. Plus, he can splash the three when he's had to. He had a good game last night. Let's see. I think he had, just checking on Tyler Houston. He had 7 points last night and must have had at least 7 rebounds. But he's a leader. You know, he gets out there and does the right things, all the little things to help this team win.
Well, that'll be important tonight. Once again, the Ben Davis Giants come in, ranked number 12 in the state. And the Giants with a history, of course, of sending a lot of D1 talent
sure.
into the NCAA, as are the Pike Red Devils, and now Hamilton Southeastern and Carmel. All of these opponents really wreak some havoc. It's really kind of a murderer's row type schedule for the Bulldogs as they go through that HCC play this year.
Sure, and this preseason or this pre-New Year schedule has been tough, as we talked about. 7 games. You go 6-1 out of here, and you've really done something.
Well, we'll take an announcement from a member of the student body here at Brownsburg High School before we prepare for our national anthem and the introduction of the starting lineups. And now our national anthem.
Troy, I think for attendance, the Friday night games always get a little more attendance than the Saturday night games, and crowd a little down here. Of course, Brownsburg's going to be noisy, but they had a huge turnout at Avon for that game last night. The Brownsburg crowd was exceptional last night in that Avon game. They're going to be a little down. Our good friend, Hendricks County Sheriff Dave Galloway, is in attendance tonight, as he often is at Brownsburg sporting events, so good to see him here for this big game as they introduce the starting lineups, Troy.
Sheriff Galloway, a longtime resident of Brownsburg. And while the starting lineups are being introduced, we've already gone over them for you. We'll look at some scores real quick. Westfield has defeated Tipton tonight, and another Hoosier Crossroads Conference opponent for the Bulldogs. They beat Tipton in overtime tonight, 54-42. In girls basketball, Noblesville beats Brownsburg tonight, 91-70, a 21-point loss for the Lady Bulldogs. And also in girls basketball and Hoosier Crossroads Conference play, Westfield beats Tipton 50-42. Chris?
Here you're listening to Brownsburg Varsity Basketball on audiosportsonline.com and xrbradio.com and WXRB 1610 AM. Today's broadcast is brought to you by McDonald's, Hendricks County Estate Buyers, Ivy Tech, Nelson Jewelers, Panuni's, Pete Fay, your State Farm agent, Westside Plumbing, and Wiley Palooza.
Well, the Bulldogs are being introduced now. The student body is here, and the Fatheads are also in attendance tonight.
Yeah.
And as Chris said, the crowd is a little bit down, but it's a nice contingency from both schools. On the north side of the gymnasium is the Brownsburg student body and contingency, and on the south side is about a half mix of the leftover Brownsburg crowd and some Ben Davis fans.
I thought Ben Davis would bring a few here. They usually do. Ben Davis, their coach, has a long history. Coach Mark James, this is only his third year at Ben Davis. He's 37-16 in that time, but overall he has 475 wins. This is his 32nd year in high school basketball. So Mark James, we haven't heard a lot about him because it's only his third year at Ben Davis. But, boy, he has a long track record of success. Of course, this is Steve Lynch's first season here at Brownsburg, but what a start he's had here, 5-1. Here we go, Troy. This is a big one.
Big game tonight. It's the number 8 ranked Brownsburg Bulldogs. They stand at 5-1 on the season, and the Ben Davis Giants from just across the county line to the east. They stand at the record of 3-2, coming off a loss last night at 2-2. Well, now 3-2. Warren Central. The Bulldogs are coached by Steve Lynch. The assistants are Bronson Licklider, Rick Thomas, Gordon Hayward, John Grimes, and Drew Tower. The athletic director of Brownsburg is Kelly Wagner. We'd like to thank them for all of their support and all of our sponsors tonight. We are ready. There's the whistle, and the tip is up, and the opening tip goes to the Giants. And they'll bring it across midcourt and start off at top of the key. Moving it around the key, looking to try and get the ball inside. It goes top of the key to Evans. Evans gets the ball back to Deshaun Tate. He gets the ball inside to their big man. That's number 40, Brennan Gillis. Gillis turns around and lays it up and in for the opening basket of the game, and the Giants lead 2-0. Trevor Lucas on the other end, driving hard to the basket, wasting no time. Misses the layup, gets knocked to the ground, no foul is called, and here come the Giants the other way. Top of the key is Matthews.
Not a lot of height in the Ben Davis lineup, but Gillis did lead them in scoring last night. Steal Lucas.
Lucas with a steal at midcourt. He's fouled, and the basket will count. A three-point play on the other side, and that play did not sit well with Mark James, the head coach at Ben Davis. I don't think he's upset about the foul. I think he's upset about the sloppiness. And right off the bat, we'll have a substitution as Ian Dieters, number 14, a 6-foot sophomore, comes into the game, checking out of the game after the turnovers, number 24, Deshaun Tate.
Boy, this Brownsburg defense got him the first basket of the game. Incredible. Trevor Lucas, a good steal at half court, went in for the layup and got fouled. Here he is at the line.
Three-point play is complete. Lucas makes the free throw. And you got to think, Chris, that Coach James really, really stressed, don't be sloppy with the basketball to start off. They have a turnover in the first minute of the game.
Yeah, you can against this defense.
The ball gets passed inside to Gillis. Gillis loses it out of bounds, but it was last touched by Tyler Houston from the Bulldogs. And it will remain with the Giants.
And as we saw last night with this Brownsburg defense, every pass, every passing lane is contested. They get their arms out and try and disrupt everything you do on offense.
The ball goes into Evans. Evans gets the ball right back into Gillis. Gillis turns and he dishes it back out to the top of the key. The shot, the three by Dieters misses, and the rebound goes to Tyler Houston. To Lucas. Lucas pushes the ball down, and the Brownsburg Bulldogs will bring it out. Lucas has the ball top of the key.
They'll try and run this set here where they line 4 guys up across the foul line and then work from there.
Thompson has the ball up top. Thompson gets the ball back to Lewis. Spots for a 3, doesn't take it. Dribbles to the free throw line. Back out to Thompson. And the 16-footer rolls off the front of the rim. The rebound goes to the Giants. They push it quickly down the court to Dieters. Dieters passes it on the baseline. The shot by Stephen Matthews misses. And the rebound comes off to Lucas again.
Well-run break by Ben Davis. Just couldn't convert the layup.
Lucas across midcourt. Gets the ball to K.J. Walton. Walton back down to Houston in the corner. Top of the key to Thompson. Back over to Walton. Walton a 3 on the way. And he hit it. Big shot there. 6:06 left to go in the first quarter, and the Dogs lead it 6-2.
K.J. Walton, a nice three-pointer, leads the Bulldogs in scoring, averaging 18.8 per game.
Matthews brings it across midcourt, and the Giants will toss it around a little bit. Gillis with it now.
Bulldogs in a zone.
He's back in Thompson down. Lucas comes over to help, and they get on the little pick-and-roll move as Dieters slashes towards the basket. Gillis finds the open man, and it's a 6-4 game. 5:40 left to go in the first quarter.
Boy, nice down the move lane by Dieters. You mentioned the help of defense that actually left a lane open for him to penetrate down the lane for the Ben Davis bucket.
Ringo brought the ball across. Now Thompson has it. Thompson dribbles in, gets the ball back to Ringo, top of the key. Ringo gets it to Walton, back to Thompson. Thompson back to Ringo, top of the key again. Swings it to Walton on the near side. K.J. Walton driving the free throw line. Lost the ball, but he was fouled. And that'll be the second team foul against the Giants.
It's going to be on let's see who's that on. Michael Beatty, the foul for Ben Davis.
Foul is going to be on Beatty. That is his first.
Brownsburg inbounds under the basket.
Walton for 3 from the near side, and he's got his second 3 of the game. 6 quick points for K.J. Walton here in the first quarter.
KJ wants to make up for his lack of scoring last night. Of course, other people picked up the slack for him, but a good start here for KJ with 2 3-pointers.
Giants bring it across, and Deshaun Tate has it, trying to get something going. Pass goes out to Chris Evans. Coach Mark James with a play call into Evans. Evans has it, top of the key, near midcourt. The ball goes back to Deshaun Tate at midcourt, now in the far corner to Stephen Matthews.
Bulldogs in a 2-3 zone. It's an aggressive zone.
Back to Dieters, and the 3 open in the corner, and he missed it. Shot was by Deshaun Tate. Can't get it to go, and the Bulldogs lead it 9-4. 4:30 left to go in the first quarter. And slowing it up a little bit, bringing it down is Darian Ringo. Ringo into Thompson. Thompson back top of the key to Houston. Back to Ringo. Ringo's got Lucas off a screen, top of the key. Can't get the shot off. And the Bulldogs will throw it around. K.J. Walton looking to make something happen. A 15-footer on the way. A jump shot misses. Nice block out in there by Brennan Gillis. Thompson couldn't get in there for the rebound. Here come the Giants. Gillis for 3 from the top of the key. Rattles out. The rebound goes to Tyler Houston.
So far in this early season, Brownsburg usually out-rebounds their opponents.
Lucas back to Ringo. Ringo back to Lucas. Lucas on the near side, outside the arc. Takes a screen by Thompson. 3 on the way. Missed it badly. Rebound goes to the Giants. Matthews gets the ball off to Deshaun Tate. Tate top of the key. Guarded by Lucas. He almost lost it.
Good job,
and Lucas
Trevor.
with the steal. Other way. And the ball was tipped by Deshaun Tate, but it goes.
Yeah,
11-4 Bulldogs.
Even if he would have missed that, they would have counted goaltending.
I agree with you, Chris. I was actually getting ready to say goaltending, and the ball went down the net.
Trevor with 2 steals so far here.
Top of the key, Deshaun Tate slowing it up for the Giants, and Mark James will take a 20-second timeout for the Giants, and he is not happy with this first quarter. At the 3:20 mark in the first quarter, the Bulldogs lead it 11-4.
Right now at your Brownsburg McDonald's, try these tasty holiday treats during the month of December. Peppermint mocha, a milder blend of espresso, steamed milk, peppermint, and dark chocolate syrup, topped with whipped cream and chocolate drizzle. Available for a limited time, medium only $2.99. The McRib is back, a hot sandwich that is a balanced blend of a caramelized bread, seasoned pork, McDonald's signature McRib sauce, a sweet, smoky, tangy Western barbecue-style sauce, dill pickles, and mild, fresh slivered onions. Now only $2.79. Both are available at your 2 Brownsburg McDonald's on Main Street, next to Marsh, and just off Interstate 74.
I'd like to thank all of our listeners who have joined us tonight on AudioSportsOnline.com. I'd like to thank our producer and director, Rob Kendall, for all of his setup. I'm Troy Weimer, along with Chris Worley. And by ex facto, I guess we are the voice of the Bulldogs, right,
yes,
Chris? We call ourselves that now.
That's
so
right.
At the 3:20 mark, it's 11-4.
What an exciting season this has been. A little bit better, at least as far as wins, than football season.
I would say so, and warmer.
Yeah.
Warmer and cooler, both, depending on what
Good
time of
job,
the year it
Troy.
was.
There
That
you
ball's
go.
knocked out of bounds by K.J. Walton on the far side of the court. It'll remain with the Giants.
There's a fine example of Brownsburg's aggressive zone defense. They get their arms out in those passing lanes. KJ deflected that ball away from the open Ben Davis man in the corner.
Ball goes in top of the key to Chris Evans. Evans calling a play, and the Giants trying to get something past that 2-3 swarming zone of the Bulldogs. And I got to tell you, great defensive coaching decisions going with that zone and the ball. There's another turnover.
I count that the third Ben Davis turnover, maybe four here.
Evans tried to get the ball to Dieters in the corner and could not. It gets knocked out of bounds off of Dieters, and here come the Bulldogs, slowing it up a little bit. Darian Ringo across midcourt, looks to try and drive. Back out to Thompson, top of the key.
Under 3 minutes left now. Bulldogs 11-4.
Jordash Mavunga has checked into the game. It looks like Lucas has checked out.
Yeah.
So Mavunga in for Lucas. Mavunga driving. Nice layup. Ball might have been partially blocked, and the rebound comes down to Gillis for the Giants. And that ball's tipped up in the air, and a nice pass. They're going to call the foul on Darian Ringo.
Yeah, he got him. Deflected that pass, but then in the ensuing struggle for the ball, Ringo did foul. That's his first.
Lucas will check back into the game, as will Vashawn Dalton, which means Thompson will get a breather. And Mavunga comes out into the first quarter in Plainfield and Danville. Plainfield leads Danville 15-12.
That's a big rivalry game here in Hendricks County. You know, Mavunga has been Brownsburg's top six man off the bench. He's been averaging 6.5 points. Had a nice game last night. He always is a good rebounder and defender.
Michael Beatty's checked in for the Giants, and another turnover as the ball goes to him, and he immediately turns it over. Ringo brings it across midcourt. He's got Trevor Lucas on the near side. Vashon, top of the key. Vashon gets it to Houston. Back over to Ringo. Ringo not looking to score, looking to pass a lot. Lucas takes the ball, gets it off to Houston for three from the far corner, off the front of the rim, and the rebound goes to Ian Dieters from the Giants. Dieters brings it across. You know, Dieters didn't start the game, Chris, but he checked in immediately within 45 seconds and has been in the game ever since.
Yeah, Coach Mark James didn't like something. You called that, and he made that substitution. Dalton Vashon, the big man in the post here on this zone defense now for Brownsburg.
Dieters and Beatty, top of the key. Now they get the ball back over to Stephen Matthews. Now Dieters has it on the near side. The ball's kicked by Ringo out of bounds. It'll be Ben Davis ball. 1:25 left to go in the first quarter, 11-4.
Gillis, their post man, listed at 6'6". He's a junior. He likes to battle down low and try and get in position, but he's being stifled by this Brownsburg zone.
Dieters top of the key, back to Matthews. Or that's Michael Beatty. Beatty with the ball top of the key, back to Dieters. And the Giants cannot get the ball inside. And Dalton Vashon is doing an excellent job of denying Brennan Gillis the basketball.
1 minute left, first quarter.
Dieters tried to make a shot, thought about a three, could not. Now they get it inside to Jason Solomon, and the ball gets stolen away, and that's turnover number 5, I believe, for the Giants.
You got it, Troy.
Ringo gets it across midcourt. He got the ball in quickly to K.J. Walton, who gives it back to him. Now K.J. has the ball top of the key.
This
gets a screen by Vashon, and a three on the way, and he off the front of the rim. That shot looked good, and over the back is Dalton Vashon, the 6'8 junior.
I'm sorry, Troy. That kind of surprised me. They took a shot that quick. With that 11-4 lead, I thought they'd run a little clock. They can be very patient on offense when the time is right.
39 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Brownsburg leads Ben Davis 11-4. The foul was on number 44, Dalton Vashon. Giants inbound it. Bringing the ball down is Michael Beatty. Beatty gets the ball top of the key. Checking into the game is Juwan Carpenter for the Giants. So Carpenter and the ball's turned over again. Oh, and now they give it right back. And taking it up for the layup, but missing it is Stephen Matthews, but he is fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot two. Dalton Vashon with his second foul in about 10 seconds.
You know, it's incredible. I know these other coaches have tape of Brownsburg. They've seen this aggressive defense. When you're on offense against Brownsburg, you got to use bounce passes to get it underneath those outstretched arms that disrupt the passing lanes. And Matthews will hit that first free throw.
First free throw is down, 11-5. 21 seconds left to go in the first quarter. At the line for the Giants is Stephen Matthews. He's a 6-foot junior. So it looks like maybe the Giants are trying to go a little bit bigger as Brennan Gillis is in the game along with number 50, Jawan Carpenter. Gillis at 6'6", Carpenter at 6'5".
11-6, Brownsburg leads here. Last possession of the first quarter should be.
Ringo brings it across. Gets the ball into Mavunga, who turns it over. And they're going to turn it right back over as Trevor Lucas intercepts the pass that was intended for Stephen Matthews. Shot from half court on its way, bounces off the backboard. That will end the first quarter. And at the end of one from Varsity Fieldhouse in Brownsburg, it's the Bulldogs 11, the Ben Davis Giants 6.
Running a little short on cash or got some collectible items around the house you don't need or want? Take them to Hendricks County Estate Buyers in Brownsburg. They buy gold, silver, coins, tools, electronics, and antiques. They specialize in one-piece or entire collections. If you have an estate or household liquidation, call them first. Ask for Justin at 317-286-3652, 7 days a week. They're on the corner of Main and Odell in Brownsburg. That's Hendricks County Estate Buyers. Ivy Tech, a new Ivy Tech Community College campus, has opened in Crawfordsville. The campus is easily accessible off I-74 at the Crawfordsville exit. Registration for classes is ongoing. The new campus has science labs, computer labs, and a complete associate degree in business. You can meet with admissions and financial aid advisors, take an assessment, or register for classes on site. Ivy Tech is located at 2325 Phil Ward Boulevard inside Crawfordsville Commerce Park. Go to ivytech.edu or call 888-IVY-LINE. That's 888-IVY-LINE for more information. Ivy Tech is changing lives. Well, KJ Walton had 2 3-pointers in that first quarter. The only other scoring, Kyle Thompson had a bucket, and Trevor Lucas has 5 big points for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. They lead 11-6 here to start the second quarter.
8 minutes on the clock. We're ready for the beginning of the second quarter, as Chris said. Dalton Vachon stays in the game. He will inbounds the pass. It'll be Vachon, Ringo, Lucas, Jordash Mavunga, and KJ Walton for the Bulldogs.
Dalton getting some good playing time here. He normally, I'm sorry, Troy. He normally plays, shares time with Thompson, but Thompson gets the bulk of the time. But here in the first quarter, Mr. Vachon playing.
Walton with the ball on the far side, gets it back off to Vachon, top of the key. Mavunga now with the top of the key. Back to Ringo. Ringo gets the ball to Lucas. Lucas looking to make something happen, drives in, kicks the ball back out to Ringo. Ringo now driving baseline into Vachon. They're going to go KJ Walton, top of the key. He dribbles it in. He might have passed up a shot there, Chris.
Yeah, he tried to get inside. He likes to penetrate from that top of the key like that.
Nice move by KJ Walton. The layup and the nice drive and the nice vertical leap there, too. He got way up in the air and laid it in with his right hand.
He's a good athlete.
And the Bulldogs lead it 13-6.
Brownsburg going to stay in a zone here in the second quarter.
7 minutes left to go in the first half. 13-6 Bulldogs. The Giants with the ball.
Coach Lynch wants those arms outstretched. Get your arms up on defense.
Ball was tipped by Lucas. No over and back. Controlling it is Michael Beatty. Beatty gets the ball back over to Jawan Carpenter. Carpenter gets it to Matthews in the corner. Back top of the key for Dieters. Dieters gets the ball. Dieters going to keep it top of the key. Back over to Michael Beatty. And Dieters a 3 from the top of the key, and it's way short, an air ball. The rebound goes to KJ Walton. Walton gets it off to Ringo across midcourt. Walton top of the key, look to make something happen. Back to Ringo, the ball gets knocked away and out of bounds, and it is going to stay with the Bulldogs.
Some aggressive defense there by Michael Beatty of Ben Davis. Has Ben Davis got a rebound here? I'm not sure that they have.
I'm telling you, I don't know.
So Brownsburg inbounds at midcourt. Darian Ringo to inbounds here, and he'll give it to Trevor Lucas.
Lucas with the ball. He gives it back to Ringo, who will bring it across the Bulldog face on the midcourt. KJ Walton with the top of the key.
13-6.
KJ Walton, Chris, always looking to try and make something happen. Him and Trevor Lucas both with that ball. Ringo's going to put up a 3. It's off the front of the rim and missed. And Lucas, driving for the rebound, goes baseline, the reverse layup, and it is off the back of the rim. He goes up for the rebound but misses it. And the ball comes off to the Bulldog, or to the Giants, and Deshaun Tate with the rebound. Driving and kicking it back to Tate on the far side, near side for a 3. It's an air ball over the back of the basket. And Jordash Mavunga with a nice rebound. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. He was not fouled. So the ball will go back to the Giants. 5:41 left to go in the first half, 13-6.
Mavunga listed at 6'4". He's a junior now, but he's got a good athletic body, big, good size, and he used that strength there on that play. Just couldn't keep it in bounds.
Deshaun Tate gets the ball in, top of the key. Tate and the Giants trying to make something happen. They trail by 7 in the second quarter. Brennan Gillis now out. Looks like Ben Davis is trying to run that high ball screen to try and get something in to somebody inside this 2-3 swarming zone.
Good trap.
And now trapped in the corner, but getting the ball back out. And that's what you have to do. He might have walked with the ball. But Michael Beatty gets the ball on the feed from the corner from Stephon Matthews and scores on the layup, and it's 13-8 Bulldogs.
Boy, that was a good trap in the corner by Brownsburg. Not sure how that guy got the pass out to Beatty, but he did, and for the Ben Davis score. 13-8.
Lucas with the ball, top of the key, dribbles in. He's going to try and make the layup, and he misses. The ball bounces near the baseline. It stays inbounds. The rebound goes out to Ringo, who throws a cross-court pass to Lucas, and the Bulldogs will set it up. Kyle Thompson, top of the key. Back to K.J. Walton. Ringo calling for some movement on the near side. Trevor Lucas has the ball far side of the arc. Brings it back to the top of the key. Now they got Ringo near side outside the arc. Ringo goes top of the key. Cross-court pass to Walton. 3 on the way. Might have had a foot on the line. And
I think they are going to count it as 2.
It's a 2. It did have a foot on the line.
Timeout Brownsburg. I don't know. What'd they decide on that?
Well, they took one off. It's 15-8. So they're going to say it was a 2.
Thank you, Troy. Nelson Jewelers. This holiday season, let Nelson Jewelers in Brownsburg help you select the perfect gift. New collections have arrived just in time for Christmas. Whether her wish list includes a new pair of earrings, a sparkling pendant, bracelet, or ring, Nelson Jewelers offers unique and affordable designs in silver, 14 and 18 karat gold and diamonds. Visit Nelson Jewelers at 22 East Main Street in Brownsburg and online at nelsonjewelers.com. Nelson Jewelers, since 1958, a little out of the way, very much out of the ordinary.
Girls basketball score to pass on to. Avon leads Lafayette Jeff 18-7. That's at the end of the first quarter. And in boys basketball, Tri-West leads Cloverdale 15-10. That also at the end of the first quarter. 15-8 here. The Bulldogs lead the Giants. Brownsburg over Ben Davis. 4:28 left to go in the first half. And the ball belongs to Ben Davis.
We need to find out the Brownsburg girls score. They had a game this afternoon.
They got beat.
Okay, thank you.
91-70. Noblesville beats the girls basketball team this morning.
91 points for Noblesville girls.
Hamilton Southeastern leads North Central 19-7 at the end of the first quarter as well.
Brownsburg continuing that zone defense here.
Ball's top of the key for the Giants. They've been playing a lot of catch-up there. Michael Beatty and Deshaun Tate throwing the ball back and forth. They cannot get the ball inside to Brennan Gillis or Jawan Carpenter. Carpenter not in the game. Well, Carpenter is still in the game. The two big men at 6'8" and 6'6", or 6'8" and 6'5" for the Giants. From the free throw line, the shot is up by Matthews, and he makes it. So Stephon Matthews trying to get something going. Gets a 15-footer to go at the 3:40 mark, 15-10. Brownsburg leads.
Matthews with 4 points. That was good patient work by Ben Davis there to work the ball and get a good shot inside against that zone.
Ringo driving, gets the ball off to K.J. Walton. Jump shot on the way, rattles off, and I'm telling you that the Bulldogs are having trouble getting a shot to go here, Chris. That might be a factor here as we close out this first half. A little bit of a lid on the basket the last few possessions. And a little bump foul in there as Ringo tried to go baseline on Deshaun Tate. The foul on Tate, that's his second.
Third foul against Brownsburg here.
So each team with 3 team fouls now. Kyle Thompson will inbound. Gets the ball off to, and he's over and back.
Yep, he knew it.
The ball got to Ringo, and Ringo couldn't stay on our side of the court, on his side of the court, so the ball goes over to the Giants. Inbounding will be Michael Beatty.
It's only 3 turnovers for Brownsburg this half. Trevor Lucas going to check in now, and Ringo will have a seat after that over and back mistake, though. Coach talking to him, not animated. You know, that was just a little error there, so.
Beatty will inbounds to Chris Evans. Beatty with the ball on the near side, gets the ball out to the top of the key, and they're going to swing it around. Evans with it on the far side. Evans back to Beatty, top of the key. Beatty looking to try to get it in, cannot. 2-3 defense by the Bulldogs has been excellent. Now they get it inside to Gillis. And he knocks it out of bounds. Another turnover by the Giants.
Ben Davis had 7 turnovers in that first quarter. That's their first here of the second quarter that I count. You know, things a little sluggish here. Last night was such an intense game against Avon that I think Brownsburg's come out just a little sluggish. Hard to keep that great enthusiasm 2 nights in a row. So see if they can get something big to happen here and spark everything.
Tyler Houston gets the ball inside to Kyle Thompson, who fed it to Mavunga at the baseline. He missed the layup. Lucas brings it across. Chris Evans brings it across for the Giants. Top of the key, they get the ball off to the big man, Juwan Carpenter.
Timeout, Ben Davis.
Carpenter got it over to Stephen Matthews, and a timeout again by Coach Mark James of Ben Davis.
Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody. Pizza with more toppings than you can count, including specialty pizzas. 5 different kinds of calzones, breadsticks, and cheese bread with 2 kinds of dipping sauce. All made in-house with Panuni's own hand-tossed dough. And don't forget, Panuni's Jumbo Wings with 12 kinds of sauce. Mention the XRB special and get 10% off of your order. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday, open until 11 p.m. Dine in, carry out, or free delivery. Call 286-3500. Panuni's Pizza and Wings at 1447 East Main in Brownsburg.
2:31.
Did you watch the Hoosiers today, Troy?
No.
Okay.
Yes, no, they didn't play today.
Yeah, they did. They won this afternoon, I think. Was that last night?
That was last night, okay. Yeah. You scared me. I thought I missed something.
Troy.
Thought I missed something.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Nichols came in last night,
Okay.
and honestly, they didn't play very well.
Okay.
2:23 left to go in the first half. 15-10, the Bulldogs lead.
Hey, Brownsburg switched to man-to-man defense here with 2:20 left in this second quarter.
It's Thompson, Lucas, Walton, Jordash Mavunga, and Kyle Thompson for the Bulldogs to close out the first half, most likely. Ben Davis trying to swing the ball around. Matthews has it, top of the key, calling a play.
You know, I like that switch to man-to-man after a Ben Davis timeout. They may have drawn up a play, didn't expect to be facing a man-to-man
Trying to
defense.
drive in and walking with the ball is Michael Beatty.
Got the turnover.
Michael Beatty has been working really hard, Chris, to trying to get something going and just cannot. It looks like he's a little frustrated. He's turned the ball over a few times, missed a couple of shots. Bringing the ball down to 150 mark of the Bulldogs. They lead it by 5, 15-10 in the second quarter. Walton will bring it down, top of the key. Picks up his dribble. He gets it to Kyle Thompson outside the arc.
Haven't scored in a while. Bucket here would be good.
Top of the key. It would be good. The basket's got, like we said, a lid on it.
There you go.
Walton drives hard. He can't get a layup to go. And the Bulldogs cannot get the ball to fall in the ocean right now after a really nice start for them in the first quarter. Cross-court pass to Evans. Almost went out of bounds. He saves it. Gets the ball inside to Carpenter. He kicks it right back out to Stephen Matthews, who hits the jumper. It's a 15-12 game.
Matthews has 6 points now, and this is an important possession for Brownsburg. 1 minute left here in the half. They need a score.
Walton trying to make something inside to Lucas on the backdoor cut, and he missed the layup again.
Trevor's missed 3 straight shots. Walton's missed 2 straight, so definitely struggling, as you pointed out, Troy.
Bulldogs having trouble getting something to fall on offense, or having trouble finishing, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
It's running
the ball
a good play here.
Stays with the Bulldogs. Ringo inbounds to Walton. A 3 on the way. Missed it. The rebound goes to Chris Evans. And he loses the ball. Ringo gets it, lays it up and in.
Attaboy, Darian.
And even that ball, Chris, rattled around the rim for a second before it fell.
Big play by Darian. The steal on that defense. That's his first bucket of the game.
Under a minute, 17-12, Brownsburg. Here in the second quarter, getting ready to close out the first half. Giants look to score. They get the ball top of the key to Carpenter. Carpenter gets the ball inside to the big man Gillis. Turnaround jump shot misses, but he's fouled, and he will be shooting 2 with 35.5 left to go in the first half.
Gillis just with 2 points here in this ball game. He'll be shooting some free throws here for Ben Davis.
Brennan Gillis, as Chris said, goes to the line. The foul was on Kyle Thompson. That was his first. First free throw is up and good, and I believe that's Brennan Gillis' first points, is it not?
No, he does have 2. 3 now.
Oh, okay, 3 points now. I missed a bucket earlier. Second free throw is up, and it is also good. So Gillis has 4 points in the first half. It's a 17-14 game, a 3-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Going to hold for one shot here, Troy?
I think so. I think you need to. Ringo coming. It's got to be a good shot, too. Tyler Houston gets the ball back to Thompson. Top of the key. Inside to Lucas, and Lucas couldn't get around to turn the shot. to get the shot to fall. He couldn't get turned around. So they kick it back out. It's Ringo driving back to Thompson. Kicks it back out to K.J. Walton with 10.
For one now.
8 seconds left. 7. Walton top of the key. Looking. Gets the ball to Lucas for a 3. Got it!
Trevor!
That's the shot they needed. The clock runs out on the first half. And a great play and design there. They tried to push the ball in twice to get the last shot to close out the first half. They could not get a good clean shot off. They kicked it back out. Lucas gets the open look from the far corner and hits the 3 at the end of the first half from Varsity Fieldhouse in Brownsburg. Class 4A Hoosier Crossroads Conference basketball. It's the Bulldogs 20 and the visiting Ben Davis Giants 14.
What is a good neighbor? It's someone nearby who helps make your life a little easier. It's State Farm agent Pete Fay. He takes the time to understand your insurance and financial needs, so whether you're preparing for your child's college education or planning for your retirement, get the kind of help you'd expect from a good neighbor. Visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. When plumbing problems arise, do you want a plumbing company with an impressive truck or fancy jingles? Of course not. You want your problem solved quickly and at an affordable price. At Westside Plumbing, we understand you want a plumber who is honest, respectful, and knows how to fix the problem. Westside Plumbing provides fast, professional plumbing service 7 days a week. When you invite Westside Plumbing into your home, be assured they will be knowledgeable, timely, and will give your home the respect it deserves. Honesty, integrity, and respect. That's what you get when you call Westside Plumbing at 445-8399. That's 445-8399. Westside Plumbing, serving Brownsburg and all of Hendricks County. Merry Christmas from Wiley Palooza. Right now, we are offering 25% off of our specialty sundaes and specialty frappes in December. Come in and try the new Santa Sundae. It's made with warm chocolate cake, peppermint ice cream, hot fudge, whipped cream, peppermint flakes, and Oreo crumbles. Or try the Death by Chocolate, the Hot Mess, the Tin Roof, Brownie Butterfinger, or King Ellis sundaes. All made with our premium hand-dipped ice cream. With over 20 flavors to choose from, you can create your own custom sundae. Wiley Palooza at 1022 East Main Street in the Brownsburg Main Street Shopping Plaza. They're open 7 days a week.
Well, we're at halftime here at Varsity Fieldhouse in Brownsburg. It's 20-14, a 6-point lead for the number 8 ranked Brownsburg Bulldogs over the number 12 ranked Ben Davis Giants. Some scores to pass on to you. Plainfield and Danville. Plainfield leads that game 28-26 at the half. In girls basketball, Avon leads Lafayette Jeff 30-21, a 9-point lead for the Lady Orioles at halftime. Hamilton Heights in Noblesville. Hamilton Heights leads that game 11-5. They're late in the first quarter. Kokomo leads Lafayette Jeff 33-17 at the half. That's a pretty good Kokomo Wildcat team taking on Lafayette Jeff tonight. And a little bit of housekeeping. Hendricks County, Indiana, and most of central Indiana is now under a flash flood warning, Chris, until midnight 30. That would be 12:30 a.m. on Sunday, so basically midnight 30 tonight. A flash flood warning for almost all of Hendricks County. I'd like to thank Brian Scott from, I guess, his home studio, passing on some scores to us. And we would also take a moment to wish Brian the best. I hope he gets well soon and gets back in the booth. I'm Troy Weimer along with Chris Worley, live from Varsity Fieldhouse in Brownsburg, Indiana, the campus of Brownsburg High School. The Brownsburg Bulldogs lead the Ben Davis Giants 20-14 at the half.
You're finally on your own, living in your own place, paying your bills, making your own decisions. When your decisions involve insurance and financial needs, it's nice to have a little help. State Farm agent Pete Fay knows that being on your own shouldn't feel like being alone. Visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Right now at your Brownsburg McDonald's, try these tasty holiday treats during the month of December. Peppermint Mocha, a milder blend of espresso, steamed milk, peppermint, and dark chocolate syrup, topped with whipped cream and chocolate drizzle. Available for a limited time. Medium, only $2.99. McRib is back, a hot sandwich that is a balanced blend of a caramelized bread, seasoned pork, McDonald's signature McRib sauce, a sweet, smoky, tangy Western barbecue-style sauce, dill pickles, and mild, fresh slivered onions. Now only $2.79. Both available at your 2 Brownsburg McDonald's on Main Street, next to Marsh, and just off Interstate 74. Troy, we'll just take a look here at the Hoosier Crossroads standings after last night's action. Last night, tonight we got a full slate. Last night, Fishers did lose to Carmel 64-45. Hamilton Southeastern again won 64-51 over Zionsville. McCutcheon over Harrison West Lafayette 82-51. Westfield lost again to New Powell 54-39, and Noblesville defeated Lafayette Jeff 63-33. Hamilton Southeastern now 5-0. Brownsburg at 5-1. McCutcheon 5-0, but they've only played one conference game. Westfield 1-2. Avon 3-2 after that defeat by Brownsburg. Noblesville 3-2. Zionsville 1-2. Harrison West Lafayette 2-4. Lafayette Jeff 2-4, and Fishers just 1-6. Conference games tonight has Anderson at Zionsville. Harrison hosting Benton Central. Hamilton Southeastern at North Central. That's a big one. Let's see if they can stay undefeated after that. And I know you've been passing on some scores thanks to our friend Brian Scott on that. Lafayette Jeff is home to Kokomo. McCutcheon at Logansport. Noblesville at Hamilton Heights. And Westfield was against Tipton at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And as you reported, they did lose that game.
Hamilton Heights and Noblesville. Hamilton Heights lead Noblesville 13-7 and into the first. Zionsville, who's your Crossroads Conference opponent of the Bulldogs, leads Anderson 18-11 at the end of the first quarter. Can you name that song, Chris?
You got me on that one?
25 or 6-4. Chicago.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on.
Gosh,
Okay, come on.
and I'm old enough to remember that. I'm sorry. That's right. Look at that scoring in that first half. We keep talking about Brownsburg defense, but Ben Davis had 6 points in the first quarter with 7 turnovers. They only had 8 points in the second. They have 14 points at the half. Brownsburg with 11 points first quarter, 9 in the second quarter, and of course the score 20-14 Brownsburg. But I think the team is a little sluggish tonight after that big win last night. It's also been finals weeks for all these students, so it's a tough week. And of course Brownsburg practices aren't easy to get through at all, no matter if it's finals week or what. But I just think they're a little sluggish. I expect a better performance here in the second half.
If I'm not mistaken.
What do you see there, Troy?
Is that Coach Crean?
It sure is. IU Coach Tom Crean in the house tonight.
Yeah.
Wonder who he's looking at. He's here to see somebody, and he is getting his picture taken with the Brownsburg pep band members right now. He's always real good about that. When he's in a gym, he'll take pictures with anybody, and very nice about that. He's really good with the fans. Of course, he's a top-notch recruiter, so he must be here to see somebody tonight.
Chris and I are very familiar with Coach Crean because he's not turned around yet, and we think it's him. We're not sure. We haven't seen the front of his face yet, so
it's him.
I believe it is Coach Crean. I will say that my son Benjamin, who's here in the booth with us tonight,
get down there, Ben.
Got to attend Coach Crean's camp this year, and we just had an excellent time. And Coach Crean and all the IU players, every one of the players, Chris, functions as a coach, and it was just a really great time for him, and a good learning opportunity for him, and something he'll really never forget. Got to play on the floor at Assembly Hall and so forth. So we're an IU family, and it's good to see Coach Crean here tonight at Varsity Fieldhouse in Brownsburg.
He is not turning away anybody that wants a picture. Running a little short on cash or got some collectible items around the house you don't need or want? Well, take them to Hendricks County Estate Buyers in Brownsburg. They buy gold, silver, coins, tools, electronics, and antiques. They specialize in one-piece or entire collections. If you have an estate or household liquidation, call them first. Ask for Justin at 317-286-3652. 7 days a week. They're on the corner of Main and Odell in Brownsburg. Hendricks County Estate Buyers.
Hamilton Southeastern now leads North Central 34-26. They're under 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter at that game. Chris, here 1 minute and about 20 seconds left until we will start the second half of play. Until we get the third quarter underway. The Bulldogs lead the Giants. Brownsburg over Ben Davis 20-14.
Let's just take a look at scoring in that first half. Not much on either side. KJ Walton led the way for the Bulldogs with 8 points. And Trevor Lucas also had 8. Darian Ringo, 2 points, and the only other score for Brownsburg is Kyle Thompson. For Ben Davis, 2 points from Ian Dieters, 2 points from Michael Beatty, 6 points from Stephen Matthews to lead the way, and just 4 points from Brandon Gillis. So outstanding defense, again, by Brownsburg to hold Ben Davis to only 14 points at half. I expect better offensive numbers here by Brownsburg in the second half. We'll see what Ben Davis can do. So we are almost ready for the second half of this big game. You know, Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody, and you don't even have to leave home. Call 286-3500 for free delivery to Pittsboro, Claremont, North Avon, and all of Brownsburg. Specialty pizza, calzones, breadsticks, and cheese bread, all made in-house with Panuni's own hand-tossed dough. Not to mention Panuni's Jumbo Wings. Tell them you heard it from XRB and get 10% off of your order. Check out their Facebook page for specials. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday until 11 p.m., locally owned Panuni's Pizza and Wings on 1447 East Main in Brownsburg.
Those of you who are joining us on audiosportsonline.com, our producer, director, and equipment setter upper, all things possible, Rob Kendall has trained the camera on Coach Tom Crean, who is here tonight.
Here you go, Rob. Ben Davis has the ball first here. Turnover.
And right off the top, a turnover by the Giants. Stephen Matthews has had a rough night in that department, honestly.
Yeah. The Brownsburg defender was right on him, but I wouldn't say that was caused by Brownsburg defense. Just dribbled it off his leg.
Bulldogs will get it in, and Ringo will bring it across. Gets it across midcourt. He's guarded by Chris Evans. Now they get it off to K.J. Walton. Walton goes baseline, back up top of the key to ring. Gets it in, and Trevor Lucas in a nice pass on the baseline, but he missed the layup. Lucas has left about 8 points on the court tonight, right there, all within about 2 feet of the basket. Having some trouble finishing, but playing with great intensity as always, both in the offensive and defensive side. And another turnover by the Giants as Houston and Michael Beatty both went to the floor. No call. Ringo's going to drive, gets the ball back at Kyle Thompson. Thompson to K.J. Walton. Walton spots up for a three on the near side, misses it, and Lucas goes for the rebound and steps on the baseline as he dives out of bounds to try and keep it in, and the ball will go to the Giants.
K.J. Walton's missed his last 4 shots. Needs one to fall here.
Ben Davis will inbound the ball. They trail Brownsburg 20-14. Evans brings it across for the Giants. They go back top of the key to Beatty. Beatty kicks it back out to Evans. Evans trying to drive. He's going to try and make something happen, and he does. Kept nice control of the ball after it got tipped. Puts it up and in. Lucas driving. Turnaround jump shot, and he's fouled in a three-point play for Trevor Lucas.
That's what they needed. Trevor Lucas got down low, and he kind of took off on that break down the floor, got down low. The harm and the foul, he'll be at the line. He is their best free throw shooter, too. He's over 80% for the year from the free throw line.
6:45 to go. Third quarter, 22-16 Brownsburg. Trevor Lucas at the line, and he'll be shooting one, trying to round out the three-point play.
You know, it really helped at the end of the first half that he splashed that big three right before the halftime buzzer.
And the free throw is up and good. 23-16 Brownsburg. Chris Evans brings it across midcourt, trying to get it across midcourt, passes it over to Deshaun Tate. Gets the ball back to Beatty, back to Evans. Now the ball, they go inside to Beatty. Beatty with the layup, missed it. Ball comes off, gets his own rebound, tries to put it up. Tyler Houston knocks the ball away. And on the floor goes Ringo diving for it. He knocks it out of bounds, and the ball's going to go to Brownsburg. The initial call sent it to Ben Davis.
Boy, Kyle Thompson was not going to allow Michael Beatty just to walk in there and get a layup at the rim. He contested that and forced a miss there by Michael Beatty. Brownsburg ball.
We would like to say hello. We thanked everybody earlier today, and we also wanted to include Superintendent of Brownsburg Schools, Dr. Jim Snap, who's listening to the game tonight.
He's a great fan. He goes to almost all the events.
Lucas is going to spot up for a three on the way. Just missed. Kyle Thompson goes up for the rebound, knocks it out of bounds. And it's just going to no foul called. He looked like he might have been over the back of Brennan Gillis there, but he was not. No foul on the play, goes out of bounds, and Ben Davis has it. They trail 23-16 at the 6:04 mark in the third quarter. Stephen Matthews will inbound the ball to Chris Evans. Evans will bring it down for the Giants.
Brownsburg started this half in a man-to-man. Looks like they're going to stay in one or a modified zone. They're in a zone. They're ready to pressure him, though.
Bringing the ball across with Deshaun Tate. Tate top of the key back to Evans. Gets the ball to Beatty. Beatty tries to back him down. Back to Deshaun Tate. He goes baseline looking for a layup. Gets it back to Beatty. Beatty with a 4-footer. high off the rim, off the glass, misses. KJ Walton with the rebound. Ahead to Ringo. Ringo back to Lucas. Oh, this is a big shot. Oh, and Ringo passes it up. Now he's going to take the three, and he missed it. Lucas, the cross-court pass, had Ringo wide open in the corner. He hesitated, then got a defender on him, then tried to take the three, and couldn't hit it. Stephen Matthews driving in a nice layup there. And we talked about Stephon Matthews in the first half quite a bit, but mostly out of frustration on his part. Had a lot of trouble getting something going. He looks pretty determined here in the third quarter, Chris. 23-18 Brownsburg.
He is their leading scorer.
Nice running, scooping layup by Darian Ringo. That's his fourth point. 25-18.
Darian with a nice drive there. He missed that three-pointer last possession, but he took care of business with a good layup down the lane on that one.
Giants will toss it around. Beatty with the ball. Gets the ball back to Gillis. Gillis top of the key. Throws it over to Deshaun Tate. Tate to Evans. Back to Stephon Matthews. They go cross-court to Tate. Tate's going to take a three, and he hit it. And Deshaun Tate's starting to get fired up a little bit. 25-21. It's a 4-point game. 4:25 left to go in the third quarter.
Deshaun Tate, his first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for Ben Davis.
KJ Walton with the ball. Gets it top of the key to Houston. Now Thompson has it outside the arc. They go back to Ringo. Ringo driving. Oh, he should have gone to the basket, but he dumped the ball off. Lucas thought about taking a deep three. He doesn't. He's going to drive. Free throw line. Tyler Houston goes in. And Coach James wanted to travel as Thompson misses the baseline jump shot. And the ball goes back over to the Giants. They look to cut the lead.
Not a good possession by Brownsburg there. And this leads down to 4 points here. Ben Davis has a big chance on this possession here in the third quarter.
It's what we say a lot about the Ben Davis football team as well. This is a very athletic program.
Oh, sure.
Athletic program.
Yeah.
And they're able to come back. They have the ability to come back in bunches if they need to as they get the ball into Gillis. And Gillis missed a 15-footer. And the rebound goes to Matthews. Matthews gets the ball back over to Gillis, and he's stripped and fouled by Tyler Houston as he goes up. I think it's on Houston. It's on Houston or Walton 1.
I think it may be Walton.
And they're going to call it on
KJ.
It is on KJ Walton. That's his first. That's a second team foul. And Brownsburg takes a timeout. Coach Lynch is going to talk it over with his crew at the 3:33 mark left to go here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs lead the Ben Davis Giants 25-21.
A new Ivy Tech Community College campus has opened in Crawfordsville. The campus is easily accessible off I-74 at the Crawfordsville exit. Registration for summer and fall and other classes are ongoing. The new campus has science labs, computer labs, and a complete associate degree in business. You can meet with admissions and financial aid advisors, take an assessment, and register for classes on site. Ivy Tech is located at 2325 Phil Ward Boulevard inside Crawfordsville Commerce Park. Go to ivytech.edu or call 888-IVY-LINE, 888-IVY-LINE for more information. Ivy Tech is changing lives.
Cloverdale leads Tri-West at the half, 31-28.
Come on, Tri-West.
Danville and Plainfield, it's an 11-point lead for Danville. The Warriors lead the Quakers 33. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a 1-point lead, 33-32. They're midway in the third quarter. In girls basketball, Hoosier Crossroads Conference play, Fishers has defeated Zionsville 64-32. And Zionsville leads Anderson in boys basketball at the half, 26-24, a 2-point lead for the Eagles.
Good night to be inside, warm, watching high school basketball across central Indiana tonight. I guess this could be snow, but it is awful, that rain out there. Of course, we got a flood potential update at halftime, thanks to you, Troy.
3:33 left to go in the third quarter, 25-21. The first free throw on its way by Gillis hits it. What Chris was talking about there is all of Hendricks County and most of central Indiana and southern Indiana are under a flash flood warning until midnight or a little bit after midnight tonight.
Gillis, 3 out of 3 from the line so far tonight. He's a good foul shooter. That's 4 out of 4, and he has 6 points.
So Gillis hits them both. 25-23, that lead is now cut to 2, and a little bit of energy on the faces of the Ben Davis Giants, Chris.
Yeah, not much energy for Brownsburg. Boy, last night, really, they're having a hangover from last night's big win at Avon.
Mavunga top of the key, gets it off to Houston. Houston drives, tried to get in, cannot. They get the ball back out to Ringo, who's been very aggressive going to the basket here in the second and third quarter. Houston in the corner, can't make anything happen, gets it into Mavunga. Mavunga trying to back down Matthews, cannot, and the ball is stripped, and here come the Giants. And a running layup by Deshaun Tate. And just like that, this game is tied.
Sean Tate has 5 points, and it is 25-25, 2:50 left here, third quarter.
Ringo's going to bring it down for the Bulldogs. Gets across midcourt. He's guarded by Chris Evans.
Let's run a good play here. Come on.
Evans back to K.J. Walton outside the arc. Mavunga top of the key. Gives the ball off to Dalton Vachon. Vachon is way outside the arc. Tries to gets it to Ringo. Ringo's going to try and make something happen. Looks to drive. He's got Vachon, and Vachon passes up a jump shot from about 15 into K.J. Walton. Drives. He's fouled. The shot won't go. So Walton will go to the line and shoot 2:26 left to go third quarter. The game's tied at 25.
You know, KJ was such a big factor in the Pike game with all those free throws. He's missed 5 straight field goal attempts. He needs these free throws right here.
Walton steps to the line. He's got 4 points. Oh, no, he doesn't have 4. The foul was on number 24, Deshaun Tate. That was his. Was that his 4th foul? Was that Tate's 4th foul?
Second.
I believe it. Was it second? Okay.
Yeah. KJ now has 9 points. Troy 9. Needs to get this second free throw here for the Bulldogs.
Second free throw is good. It's a 2-point lead for the Bulldogs, 27-22.
Man-to-man defense for Brownsburg.
Evans has the ball. Near side, outside the arc, trying to call a play. Brennan Gillis is working really hard on the Dalton Vachon to get position down there. Checked into the game is Sam Comer. Comer's a 6'5 senior.
Good job, Vachon. He's fighting him.
Gillis trying to back Vachon. Comer comes over. That's an offensive foul. No, they're going to count the basket and call the blocking foul.
Incredible. So Gillis, that shot did go in.
Well, maybe it did not. He made the motion. Yes, it did. The shot did count. He made the motion as if it counted, and it does. So it's 27-27, 1:57 left to go in the third quarter, and Brennan Gillis to the line to try and give the Giants the lead, and there it is.
Boy, I thought he backed him down, Vachon, with what we thought was pretty good position on that. Gillis bowled him over, but drew the foul and hit the free throw and the bucket for a good old-fashioned three-point play. Ben Davis leads 28-27.
1:50 left to go in the third. Ringo brings it across midcourt for the Bulldogs. He's guarded by Evans. Gets it off to K.J. Walton on the far side. Dalton Vachon trying to get position, and K.J. Walton's going to take a three. He missed it. And a nice block out and rebound by Brennan Gillis for the Giants. Gets the ball off to Evans. Evans is going to press it hard. Gets the ball back out top to Michael Beatty, and Beatty slows it up. Checking into the game is Ian Dieters for the Giants. And Beatty with a nice move. Gets it off to Gillis. Gillis trying to take Vachon baseline. Scoops it up and in. And a nice effort there by Brennan Gillis. And all of a sudden the Giants lead it by 3. 30-27, 1:12 left to go in the third quarter.
Boy, Gillis snaked his way along that baseline. Got the shot up and in.
Three on the way by Lucas from the baseline. Rattles in and out. Slapped out and getting by K.J. Walton. Walton's fouled, and the basket counts.
Good job, K.J.
1:02 left to go in the third quarter, and it's a 1-point lead for the Giants.
Walton's first field goal this second half. He'll be at the line again where he's 2 out of 2.
The foul is on number 32, Stephon Matthews.
Vachon will check out. Kyle Thompson in for the Bulldogs. 1:02 left here, third quarter, and this is a big little stretch here. Need to get this done.
Free throw is up by K.J. Walton and good, and this game is tied at the 1-minute mark in the third quarter. Evans, who's really stepped up his aggressiveness offensively, or trying to make things happen, driving the ball in the paint here in the third quarter, gets the ball off to Ian Dieters.
2-3 zone, Brownsburg.
Almost a steal. The ball gets slapped. No backcourt violation. The ball controlled by Beatty. Beatty back over to Chris Evans. Evans back to Beatty at midcourt. He calls Dieters over.
Patient work by the Ben Davis Giants here.
Ben Davis going to hold for the last shot. Ringo with a little bit of pressure. Now Lucas is pressuring Ian Dieters. Dieters gets it back off to Beatty. Beatty back to Dieters at the free throw line. 22 seconds left in the third quarter.
I'd like to see Trevor get up on him, try and get a 5-second violation.
He's counted out, and now Dieters is going to have to move. Just as you said that, Chris, that's exactly what Lucas did. They got Dieter in the near side. They try and trap, and now Brownsburg gets aggressive offensively. Almost a turnover there. Dieters with a off-balance shot, and it goes from the baseline And that will end the third quarter. So Ian Dieters drives baseline. He may have even gotten fouled. He was real awkward going up for the shot. Off balance, puts it up with the offhand even. From the baseline, it's a 2, but it gives Ben Davis the lead at the end of the third quarter from Varsity Fieldhouse in Brownsburg. It is the Ben Davis Giants 32, the Brownsburg Bulldogs 30.
Nothing makes you think of the future like holding it in your arms. The wonder of being a new parent includes planning for your child's future, and now's the time to start looking to someone who's been there from the start. State Farm agent Pete Bay in Brownsburg can ensure your life insurance will keep pace with your family's growing financial needs. So for more information on life insurance, visit State Farm agent Pete Bay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. When plumbing problems arise, do you want a plumbing company with an impressive truck or fancy jingles? Of course not. You want your problem solved quickly and at an affordable price. At Westside Plumbing, we understand you want a plumber who is honest, respectful, and knows how to fix the problem. Westside Plumbing provides fast, professional plumbing service 7 days a week. Call them at 445-8399. That's Westside Plumbing at 445-8399, serving Brownsburg and all of Hendricks County.
In conference play, Hamilton Southeastern now leads North Central at the half, 44-40. We've got a couple more scores we'll pass on to you here in a minute. 32-30 Ben Davis here to start the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs have it. KJ Walton controls, trying to drive. Goes for the layup. He is not fouled, but the ball is blocked out of bounds on the block shot by Brennan Gillis.
Boy, a big third quarter by Ben Davis there. They outscored Brownsburg 18-10 in that third quarter. Brownsburg will inbounds underneath the ball. Darian Ringo to inbounds. He looks for Trevor Lucas outside the three-point line.
Lucas has the ball top of the key. Back to KJ Walton. Walton tries to drive. Nice spin move at the free throw line. Lays it up, and it's tipped away. And in the basket. Nice tip in by that would be Kyle Thompson. I didn't know if him and Comer got it. And quickly at the other end, Chris Evans drives to the hoop. He is fouled, and the basket will count.
Evans, just his fourth point. Boy, he got in there among the big guys. Floated it up over, and I think they're going to call. They called Sam Comer for that foul.
Comer with the foul. That's his first. And nice rebound by Lucas. The free throw misses. It's a 2-point lead for the Giants, 34-32. 7:24 left to go in the game. Ringo brings it across midcourt. Thompson has it at the free throw line. He dribbles in. He's not going to shoot it. Kicks it back out to Ringo. Ringo with a spin move goes baseline. Nice take to the hoop. And the shot is blocked inside by Gillis. Beatty with the ball. Gets it off to Kinsler, and he shoots a three and misses it.
Great rebound by Thompson. Boy, that third quarter gave Ben Davis some confidence now. They're playing with confidence. Get in there.
Pass goes in baseline to Lucas. That was Ian Dieters that missed the shot earlier. The ball goes on the floor, and they're going to call a jump ball. It'll go possession to Ben Davis. So the arrow will go over to the Bulldogs. 6:52 left to go in the game. 34-32 Ben Davis. It's a 2-point lead.
Dieter's going to sit down now for Ben Davis.
And Chris Evans brings the ball down slowly for the Giants. Looking over to the bench, looking at Coach Mark James.
2-3 zone for Brownsburg. Need a steal and a run out.
That ball was almost stolen by Ringo right there on the pass to Deshaun Tate. Evans has it back. They go to Beatty on the far side. Evans rotates top of the key. He's got the ball back over to Beatty. Beatty gets the ball to Gillis.
Good trap.
Nice trap defense on Stephon Matthews in the corner, and they're going to call a foul.
Come on. They're going to call Thompson on that foul. Boy, Brownsburg defense worked a nice trap in that corner. Both Tyler Houston and Thompson had him tied up, and they're going to call some contact here on Kyle Thompson.
6:25 left to go in the game. 34-32 Ben Davis. The foul is on Thompson. That's his third.
5 team fouls for Brownsburg now as Ben Davis inbounds.
Trying to get it in is Beatty. Beatty throws a full court pass to Deshaun Tate. Tate brings it across midcourt, gives the ball back to Beatty. Beatty has Evans top of the key. He is going to pass it to him, and Evans will run the offense. Back over to Beatty on the far side.
Ben Davis going to do a reset. They direct traffic from that top of the key.
Go back to Evans at the logo at midcourt. Going to his right and left. Nice defense. Brownsburg's really pushed the defense out.
Oh.
Now they've got Deshaun Tate. He goes baseline. No shot. He got too far underneath. Got Evans. Evans from the free throw line. Rolls around a jump shot, and he gets it. 4-point lead for the Giants, 36-32, 5:45 left to go.
Evans with 6 points, and on his scores, he's been successful at getting inside the Brownsburg defense and shooting from close range.
K.J. Walton brings it across midcourt for the Bulldogs. Trevor Lucas controls. Lucas gets the ball to Ringo. Ringo top of the key. Trying to get the ball maybe in. K.J. Walton, a long three, and he hit it.
Finally, K.J. got one out there.
Nice touch on the shot by K.J. Walton.
His third three-pointer of the night, and that was a big one.
36-35, Ben Davis, 5:15 left to go.
Where Brownsburg getting tested.
Gillis from 17 hit it. 38-35, a 3-point lead now for the Giants at the 5-minute mark. Lucas with the ball.
13 points for Gillis.
One possession at a time here, Chris, probably for the Bulldogs. Don't try and get too much too quick. A lot of time left. The ball slapped away, almost stolen. Tyler Houston comes up with it, and he's fouled by Deshaun Tate, who does not like the call. He's encouraged to keep his emotions in check by his cohort Chris Evans. That is the 5th foul on Deshaun Tate.
Certainly is. No wonder he was upset. He is going to leave this game. Deshaun only had 5 points, but he does a lot of things for them.
Ian Dieters checks in. He will take Tate's place. Tate goes to the bench. Getting touted a little bit by the Brownsburg student body, the student section here.
Boy, this is a tough game for Brownsburg here tonight. This is their biggest challenge since number 1 Carmel in the first game of the season.
Walton gets the ball into Ringo at midcourt. Ringo brings it across. Ringo needs to watch his feet there. He was kind of walking along the midcourt line. Wasn't across yet. And another three on the way by Walton. Rattles in and out. Slapped away
Good job, Houston.
by Houston, and Lucas controls it at midcourt.
Here's an example of Tyler Houston doing the little things. Went up and got that rebound.
Lucas with a three off a screen from Thompson, and he hit it. And that'll be a timeout. Called actually by Brownsburg. 38-38. This game is tied. 4:25 left to go in the fourth quarter.
And there's some fire and enthusiasm from the Brownsburg bench. Merry Christmas from Wiley Palooza. Right now we are offering 25% off of our special Sundays and specialty frappes in December. Come in and try the new Santa Sundae. It's made with warm chocolate cake, peppermint ice cream, hot fudge, whipped cream, peppermint flakes, and Oreo crumbles. Or try the Death by Chocolate, the Hot Mess, the Tin Roof, Brownie, Butterfinger, or King Elvis Sundaes. All made with our premium hand-dipped ice cream. With over 20 flavors to choose from, you can create your own custom sundae. Wiley Palooza at 1022 East Main Street in the Brownsburg Main Street Shopping Plaza. Open 7 days a week.
Chris, as we look at the score here, all tied up at 38-38, 4:25. We are on our way for a great finish, I think, here tonight.
What a tough.
I was sitting there watching, looking into the huddle during this full timeout by Brownsburg, and Coach Mark James, who has a storied history of coaching high school basketball in Indiana. And then on the other side of the bench is Coach Lynch from Brownsburg, kind of the up-and-comer, the new guy.
Yeah.
Talk about that intensity, and both these guys are really coaching their rear ends off. They got everybody huddled up. Their assistant staff, their staff is there, drawing up plays, a lot of intensity on the sidelines. It's just been a great basketball environment tonight.
You know, that's a fun thing about actually coming to these high school games, folks, and it's only $5, is you get to watch things that you're not going to see on a TV broadcast. They're going to commercial. If you're here, like Troy just did, you're watching inside the huddle, watching the guys on the sideline doing hard work, and the assistant coaches do a hard work too for both these teams. This is big-time high school basketball.
Matthews inbounds the ball to Chris Evans. Evans brings it across midcourt. They get the ball right back to Stephon Matthews, and Matthews has it, trying to post up, but can't. The ball's knocked away by Lucas, but and he got it. Tries to get it ahead to Ringo. Ringo on the breakaway, and the layup is good.
That is what Brownsburg needed. Usually they'll get a few of those breakouts, but there's been very limited in that tonight. Trevor Lucas with a big steal. Pass ahead to Ringo for the layup.
At the 4-minute mark, 40-38, a 2-point lead, and swarming defense now by the Bulldogs. Beatty has it top of the key. He looks to drive, cannot. Back out to Evans. Gillis from the baseline. He hit it! Just inside the 3-point line. The big man hits the jump shot, and the lid is off the basket, Chris, on both ends. This game, they're going to give him a 3.
I didn't think it was.
That's not a 3-point basket. 40. He was way inside the line by at least a foot.
Gillis has been good for them, though, tonight. 40 all.
Well, there they go. They take one off, and it's 40 all. I was going to say that could really be a controversial factor in this game. As Brownsburg controls, Trevor Lucas top of the key, gives it off to Ringo on the near side. Ringo dribbles back top of the key. He's trying to look inside. He's going to drive. He kicks it back off to Houston for the jump shot. Missed it, and the rebound goes to James. Or Evans. Chris Evans with the board.
3 minutes left now. This is going to be a tense, exciting finish here, Troy.
All tied up at 40. Beatty has the ball, top of the key. He's trapped, trying to get the ball off. He's going to toss it back up top of the key to Dieters. Dieters back over to Chris Evans in the corner. He's got Stephon Matthews. Matthews, one dribble, back over to Evans. And Evans controls at the logo, midcourt. Right back into Beatty. And a three on the way by Dieters, and he hit it.
Well,
43-40.
The Brownsburg zone was not aggressive on that possession. I'm not sure why. They could have stole that ball a couple times, looks like. They kind of laid back.
Really backed off on the perimeter defense and let Dieters get that shot off.
Drive
into the hoop and fouled is Darian Ringo. And he'll go to the line to try and tie it up. 2:16 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Boy, Ringo's quickness and slashing skills paid off there as he cut to the basket. And he can jump, too. He's a great athlete. Got up high and laid that ball in. He'll be at the line.
Little crossover move there. Goes to the basket real strong.
Ringo with 8 points. This is his first free throw of the night.
I believe our starting lineup is in. It's Lucas, Ringo, Houston, Thompson, and Walton. And the free throw on the way, and this game is tied.
Good job, Ringo.
43-43 at 2:16 left to go in the game, and here come the Giants.
Now, let's get aggressive on defense, Brownsburg. Don't lay back now, and they're going to switch to man-to-man. Good job by Coach Lynch.
Evans gets the ball across court to Dieters. Dieters with a hot hand from the perimeter. Evans controls top of the key back to Beatty.
2 minutes.
Beatty gets the ball to Stephon Matthews. He gets it back to Dieters, top of the key. Looking to drive, cannot. Now he's got Matthews trying on the baseline. Nothing open on the baseline. Back top of the key to Beatty, who controls. He's guarded tightly by K.J. Walton.
Good defense, Brownsburg.
1:40 left to go. Beatty's going to try and drive. Passes up the shot. Gives it back to Dieters. Dieters gets the ball knocked away.
Turnover.
Last touch by Dieters, and the ball goes back to the Bulldogs.
Good defense on that possession now. 43 all, 1:35 left. Well, if it comes to a tough time and having to perform down the stretch, my money's on Brownsburg and their toughness.
Houston inbounds to K.J. Walton, to Darian Ringo, and Ringo will bring it across midcourt. He's guarded by Chris Evans. Lucas with the ball. They go to Thompson, who swings it to Tyler Houston, top of the key. Ringo almost had it stolen by Evans. Controls.
Need a good possession here. Be smart.
Ringo gets the ball to Lucas. Lucas is going to try and make something happen. Good defense there by Stephon Matthews. Houston, top of the key. Back over to Ringo on the far side. Trying to get the ball to K.J. Walton, and Michael Beatty will not let him get open, and now he has the ball. And it's almost a backcourt violation. Stolen by Beatty. Challenges Walton, lays it up and in.
Boy, I thought that was a foul by Ben Davis.
It's a 2-point lead, under a minute for the Giants, and here come the Bulldogs, down by 2, 50 seconds left to go.
See if they call a timeout or continue to run their offense.
Ringo with the ball, tries to go baseline. He's going to get it into Houston for the wide-open layup. He hit it.
Boy,
great penetration and dish there by Darian Ringo.
That's what I was going to say. I'm sorry. Ringo with a great job. Got that ball to Houston for the layup, and give Tyler credit. He got up and got it in.
Beatty calls for calm, and they're going to go for the last shot. 25 seconds and counting.
Crowd standing.
Michael Beatty controls the ball. It's Beatty and Ian Kinsler, both of them at midcourt. 15 seconds left.
No pressure by Brownsburg.
Kinsler trying to get inside. No pressure. Now K.J. Walton. Oh, he's knocked down. The ball's loose. The ball goes ahead to Ringo. Ringo with a bucket. He got it.
Ringo, good job.
That's the game.
Good job. That's it. Ringo at the buzzer.
The Bulldogs win it.
Ringo at the buzzer.
Win it. The ball got loose. The turnover controlled by Lucas. He got the ball ahead to Darian Ringo. He lays it up and in on the fast break. Time expires. What a basketball game, Chris.
Guess what wins it in the final seconds? Brownsburg defense. Got the steal, got it ahead to Ringo, and boy, he had Ben Davis defenders chasing him down. That shot layup was definitely contested. Ringo was able to get it up and in, and then he was mobbed in the corner by his teammates and some of the student body. Brownsburg's fantastic season continues. They are now 6-1.
How about that?
Woo!
Coach Tom Crean on hand. Got to see a great finish. The IU coach there talking to some of the players and the student body as they exit the court. What a basketball game. Coach Lucas coming over and even having some encouraging words for number 40, Brennan Gillis, the Ben Davis big man. Very disappointing loss for Ben Davis. What a victory for the Bulldogs. Final score from Varsity Fieldhouse. Brownsburg wins at 47-45. Chris?
Ringo finished with 11 points. Look at that fourth quarter scoring. Brownsburg scored 17 big points in that fourth quarter to Ben Davis's 13. What a win. A lot of Ben Davis turnovers. Look at the student celebration. This team has been outstanding. Folks, this is a team this community can be proud of.
We'll pass on some scores for you at the end of the third quarter. Plainfield leads at 45-38 over Danville. Kokomo leads Lafayette Jeff at the end of 3, 41-34. In girls action, Avon leads Lafayette Jeff 39-28 at the end of the third quarter. Logansport is all over McCutcheon at the half, 30-15. Plainfield leads Danville. 5 minutes left to go in that game. Plainfield leads 50-46. Nice contest down there. Now they're at the 3-minute mark, and it's a 1-point game. 55-54, Danville leads Plainfield. 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And a correction on that score earlier, it's Logansport 36, McCutcheon 24. They are at the half. What a basketball game from Varsity Fieldhouse in Brownsburg. The final score, Bulldogs 47 and Brownsburg 45. Chris, some closing thoughts?
Wow, fantastic. Some good scoring for Brownsburg. Trevor Lucas finished with 14 points. Of course, Darian Ringo, 11. We've had several games where we wanted to give him the star of the game. I guess we would. KJ Walton with 16 points. Not a lot of scoring for Ben Davis, though. They were held in check by this great Brownsburg defense. Brennan Gillis led the way for them with 15. Again, just fantastic. Brownsburg's done now until January the 3rd, and we looked at that schedule at the start of the season and saw those top-notch teams. Brownsburg 6-1 during those 7 games.
Who do we have on the 3rd? Do we know, Chris?
We'll get you that. We got it. Here it is, January 3rd at Frankfort. So a bit of an unusual game. And then January 7th is the Hendricks County Tournament. Where
we ought to talk to our producer and director to see if Frankfort has internet. Wouldn't it be great to do a game at the home of the hot dogs?
Classic
It'd
gym.
be great. There you go.
Good job, Troy, tonight. What a big win. That was the most exciting game of the year.
Well, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Those of us who joined us on audiosportsonline.com, you got to see and hear a great finish. Those of you who joined us on XRB Radio got to hear an excellent finish. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors and everybody that works hard to make this happen. Thank you to Brian Scott for feeding us the scores. Thank you to Shane Ray and XRB Radio and our producer and director, Rob Kendall. It was a joy, Chris, and a great basketball game here. The last-second victory. As time expires for the Bulldogs, they win it over Ben Davis tonight, 47-45. Stay dry, everybody. Remember, Hendricks County and most of our local listening audience is under a flash flood warning tonight. Be careful. Don't drive through high water. As they say, turn around, don't drown. And we'll leave you with that. The final score, 47-45. The Bulldogs win it tonight. Good night, everybody.